Hello everybody. Today is Sunday, January 16th, and this is an update for the Crestline residential housing project progress report from made by KB Homes. So this address, or I should say this piece of property or land, is situated in the intersection of Sweetwater Springs Boulevard and Hamasha Boulevard. On the right, what you see is Sweetwater Springs Boulevard, and at the bottom that you see, that is Hamasha Boulevard. Today is Sunday, so the cars are all parked. The trucks and cars and all the construction vehicles are parked. No one is working, so there is no ongoing progress. However, quite a few changes have happened since last time I recorded an update video. I see a lot of land moving around, and the wall right there in front, you see the wall that has risen up much higher, not to mention the pipes and the other construction material that has been lined up for distribution, and a lot of huge pieces of rocks that were chipped off using explosions, probably dynamite or whatever chemical they used. All those explosions generated substantial amount of rocks, and they have already hauled away those rocks or buried them in other places. This road that you see that goes all the way to the post office is Avenida Bosques, I believe, Avenida Bosques, and this road attaches to Ponte Parkway. So Avenida Bosques is going to be extended all the way to Ponte Parkway. This is a great shortcut for people who live in the Ponte Parkway communities, including the south side and the north side of the Ponte Parkway. The center section of these two construction sites is protected land, and that's why they have those orange barriers. That is actually where the springs are, because of which it's called Spring Valley. The place is called Spring Valley, and because of that, the street is called Sweetwater Springs. And about those springs, I have a separate documentary that you can watch that tells you the history of how people were making money off of the water coming out of the spring, claiming that it was good for all kinds of diseases, when in fact it was nothing more than mineral water. And right here you see a lot of construction heavy duty equipment, including pipes and other construction material that has been piled up, but it hasn't been installed on the ground. Most of these huge pipes are sewage pipes that they use to channel out sewage, but it could be the white ones could be freshwater pipes, I don't know. Amazingly, some of these trucks that you would think excuse me, that you would think are owned by KB Homes are actually rental. And it says right on it, national rentals, this and that, all kinds of rental companies are renting out construction heavy duty equipment. This is a Hitachi crane. And here are those rocks I was talking about, the rocks that were exploded off or chipped off with explosions. And again, the grass and the greenery is protected property, protected land, or wildlife, I should say. And this section is the upper level of the new housing project, and the one that I'm about to show you next is the lower level. This is basically closer to the hill. The other one is closer to the intersection. And these pallets, I don't know where they come from and why would they need pallets. I believe these pallets were the pallets that were holding on to these concrete blocks that are creating the wall which is preventing landslide. That's what I'm thinking. They are, they have to put these walls. I wouldn't call it levee, because levee is for storm and for water control, but these are some kind of a levee shaped walls that are holding the land together and preventing them from generating landslides. And right here in between the trees you can see that wall, the wall that has risen from the very bottom of the canyon, and on top of that, they will level it, and that's where the houses are being built. So that's the, I should say, support wall or something like that. And those pallets, I believe, were the holders, or in which these little concrete blocks were transported, that have generated these walls. Now you could see there's two white pipes in the bottom. Those are the storm drains, or the water accumulation drain. And that's this whole place had a lot of debris and a lot of trash, because there were like nearly 10 or 15 homeless campsites, and the construction company moved in, and the land was completely like contaminated with all kinds of garbage. So they did as much as they could to clean it up. But when I look at the creek down below, there's still some debris that needs to be cleaned up. This section is, as you can see, this section is lower, and then on the left, as those trucks are there, and heavy duty equipment, bulldozers, that is higher. Now I don't think this section will remain low. What I think they will do is they will simply extend the wall and dump the dirt from the left to the right to make it all leveled and even. Now this, I don't think is the land water. I don't think it's the earth water that has risen up because of digging. I think it's the rain accumulated water. That's what I believe, but again, I don't know. These are the bulldozers, heavy duty equipment, as you can see. Now, when we purchase a house, we usually are surprised as to why they're so expensive. But when you watch step by step the amount of labor involved in making a house, and then is preparing the land, not to mention the legal paperwork and the legal red tape that they have to go through, and on top of all that, labor, equipment rental, material. That explains why the houses are so expensive. As if all those things weren't bad enough, even the cost of the land is not cheap. Land is so expensive to purchase in order to build a house. Now those are some serious tires on the left. Look at those tires. They're nearly as thick as I'm tall. Those are some thick tires. And these, all these tractors and heavy duty equipment are parked in a man-made hill by dirt that has been pushed and piled up in order to make room for them to work down below and raise the wall, the levee wall. And this is their construction debris bin, where they put all their garbage. At least they're lucky they have a garbage pickup, because we don't. And that's the water tank right there. It usually sprays water before they dig the ground, so that to prevent dust from becoming airborne and contaminating adjacent neighborhoods. So that's very nice of them. That's very nice that they're doing that, so we don't have to breathe dust all day because of the construction. Now this is the new homes coming soon by KB Homes, the Crestline housing project. Join the list. Call today. Are you serious? There's a waiting list to buy a house here. I didn't know that. I thought you just call and buy a house. But no. There's a waiting list, my friend. So if you wanna buy a home, good luck. There's a shortage of homes, and it's not easy. It's not easy to buy a home. There's a big shortage of homes. So now we will zoom out and give you a perspective from a higher elevation. From a distance, you can see how big the construction site is. It's hard to tell unless you look at it from a distance. Now, the creek that you see coming from right to left, that is the water channel. The creek is created by the water channel generated by the Sweetwater Springs, 4 springs, about which I made a documentary. Make sure to watch the documentary. It has a great historical value, and how that was actually a tourist attraction 100+ years ago. And there are some black and white photographs from that era showing those attractions and kids and playing and all that. And then the history also has it, rumor has it, I don't know if it's true or not, that some kids were swimming in those springs, and then the kids got drowned, and because of that the spring was closed permanently for visitors. Now you see the red football field that you see in the front, that's Monte Vista High School. So if you buy a house here and you have a high school kid, it's a walking distance. If you have, and then to the left of that, there's an elementary school, also walking distance. Post office is walking distance. Gas station, walking distance. The only problem if you buy a house here is the grocery store. There is no way you could walk with bags of grocery for 2 miles, because that's how far the closest grocery store is. The mountain on the front right is Mount Helix. The one very far, that's like just the tip is barely showing on the right side, is Mission Trails. The mountain, actually not mountain, the hill on the left is called Dictionary Hill. That's Dictionary Hill. And on the left side of Dictionary Hill, we have the Sweetwater Lake. That's the Sweetwater Lake. And if you go even more to the left, that is Mount Saint Miguel. That's Mount Saint Miguel right there. And if you go further left, you will see Steel Canyon. That's where the Steel Canyon High School is, and that's the road that goes to Hamul. And then that's Rancho San Diego, and very far away is El Cajon. Again, that's the KB Homes right there down below, and this is the Crestline property. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel for future updates. Have a wonderful day.